And welcome to the scrapping studio and day 10 of of December. So for the last few days we've been going through the Project Playbook for Gingerbread Fun. And what I have left over, and I went through and counted what I should have left over, and I have several sheets. So what I'm going to do today is create a layout, and this is the layout, the last layout we did, number 4. It was a one pager, but I turned it into a 2-page, so that is all done. Let's see if I can, there we go. Needs a little more adhesive right here. And so what we're going to do today is, I was thinking, just get this one. There we go. Use that. All right, so we've got that and that up there. So this is some sheets that I have left over. I have, put this back. So I've got, this is something extra. So I've got these sheets. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it. Let's see, I want the right side to be 7 and the other side to be 5. Okay. So I'm going to cut this like that. We've got a 5 and a 7. All right. So then I was thinking, so these are going to be on the outside. And then this is 7. I was thinking of, so this does totally fit over here like this, but I don't have any more red left for this side. So what I was thinking of doing is cutting, so this is, all right, so that's the 7, that's the 5. So I was thinking of cutting this at 2.5, which I think, well, let's see, if it's 7, that would be, so at 2, I'm going to cut this at 2.5. Trying to decide. I'm going to put, like, I'm going to do the twist. Okay. Let's see, first I'm going to cut this at, well, I am going to cut it at 2. All right, let's cut this at 2.5. All right. Oh my gosh, it did not apply equal pressure, I guess. Oh, yeah. There we go, 2.5. Okay. So I was thinking about doing that. Then it kind of gives it an edge. And I was thinking about doing the same thing on this side, but just this is like 1/8 of an inch that I'm taking off. All right. Oh, what is going on? Oh, I need a new mat, and of course, I don't. My order, I put it in my order, but I haven't gotten it yet. Okay, so try and line this back up again. This is gonna be fun. All right. All right. So I have that on that side, and then I just need to take off 1/8 on this side. See if I can. I'm sure it would help if I had a better. My other. I have 2 trimmers, so okay. So then, I don't need that. Then have this sit here with the edges, and then so really I need a 3.5 and then have it go that way. I need my straight blade back. Let's cut this at 3.5. See how this turns out. Okay, so then this is 3.5, and that makes that a full 12. So if we have this, so I make this 4, I should be good. And what's nice is then that could be used for something. Okay, so put that there for now. All right, let's see. All right, and then take this. Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to learn it wrong. Like that. Make sure we got everybody lined up. And I just made, there we go. All right, so let's do the same thing on this side. All right, and then, nope, I just hit it, and so it moved. All right, got that there. And then this guy goes here. All right, and then this goes up a slight smidge. There we go. All right, and just put that down the middle, each side. And I feel like I want to move this over. I feel like I want less on this side. There we go. Maybe I move this one. I think it's okay. All right, so now we've got 2 sheets. This might need, let's put just a strip. Something that's wide. Here we go. Use this. It's kind of mushed up. All right. There we go. That way this will hold it since it's right on that edge. And then we'll just trim it right here. So you can't see it. All right, perfect. That's better. Okay. So now we've got these just like that. So now I feel like I want something. I was going to work where I was going to try and work this underneath. Let's see if I can still do that. Let's see, where's my pencil? I'll trim that. Can't see from the other side. All right. Kind of, I want to put it like that, and then this side. That needs a little bit more off. All right, I need like, let's start with 3/4 of an inch and we'll go from there. All right, there we go. That works. So next feel like I need like something going across. I don't know whether, let's do some the question is do I want to punch a gingerbread house, or do I want in like, but I already got the brown on there, so I want something like, seeing it looks funky when it gets to there. Almost needs like let's see what I got left. We got this guy. Thinking about that, what do we put across the bottom? So the question could be like, that, or that brown going across. Oh, all right, let's think about this. Let's adhere, at least adhere these pieces down. Make some sort of border on that side. This is photos on this side. So what size would fit in there? No, it's not going to be the 4x6s. All right, let's see if that like fits pretty much perfect. We do that, and then have something that comes across, and then this one. No, this is a 3x3. I don't know if that can fit. Actually, is going to fit perfect like that. All right, so we got those in there. Oh yeah, I had this guy pulled. I think that would go perfect right there. I kind of think this would be fun to have maybe like here, like that, and then we'll get some other mats on here as well. And then this would be really a 4x4. Let's see, it's a 4x6. Put that back there. All right. Here are my 4x4s. Oh, that one's off wonky. I don't like that one. I'm gonna cut him up for something else. Okay, so that needs, these obviously need some mats. I was just trying to decide. All right, it gives me an idea of if I just put that across just right here, and that's it. Or across just the brown part. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. Where is the other? Alright, so I've got this guy going across here. So then something like that. And then, alright, so let's cut at this house. Oops. There we go. That go across right there. And then this, let's see, it's about a ½ inch. All right, let's cut right after this one. So that goes right there. Oh, jeez. Can't believe I did that. So you gotta be gentle. Be gentle. Okay. There we go. Oh, that one ended up a little short. Alright, that's okay. Hold on. Alright, do that. That's a little short. That's okay. What I could do is cut. Let's put that like that. That works perfect. And then we'll hold on to this for something else. So, I was also thinking, that's way too big. Getting, let's see what I got for white. Thinking about making like a little snowflake. Okay, so so this is 3 inches. All right, so let's cut a 3-inch piece, and then we're just gonna tear. Kind of just like, all right, let's measure this time. I thought that was 3. I thought I had measured it. Measure once, cut twice, right? Okay, let's try this again. All right. Cut this. And have that like kind of sit right like that. I think that looks super cute. All right. I'm gonna, there we go. This one I would say needs to be a little bit not so like deep. Okay, and some adhesive. There we go. And then this side needs a little bit. I could probably make it work. Let's see what we can do. It's too high. All right. I've got this piece here, and then I could do that. All right. Let's see if we can make this work. All right. Let's see which. That's this side. That's too short. There's some point. Maybe right. It's like. Oh, shoot. Not lining up the way I wanted it to. What do I else I have? Do I have any? That's not right. See if there's anything in here that would work. I have like all these little strips that I use and I'm using for, it's not the right white. Not white enough. That's shimmer. Oh. Maybe we switch out for shimmer. Peel that off. Let's see. Trim this and see how it goes. I kind of like the shimmer, and that's what I got. So sometimes you just got to go with whatever you have. All right, so let's tear. All right. That. Kind of do a 2-layer. That might look good. All right. Let's do get this moved up. Oops. All right. And then do that. I think that looks good. And what I could do also is just take my fingernail and just like roll it a little bit. So it kind of gives it a little more dimension. All right. Oh my gosh. Having trouble getting it to. There we go. I just got my nails done the other day, and so they're like so thick that, and I like having them done, but sometimes it just makes it harder to kind of just pick at things. Because I'm trying to kind of pick at this to make it like two, so it kind of rolls. There we go. I think that's fine. Okay, let's take this one off. And then got enough over here. My pencil. And cut. All right, we're getting closer on this one. Stay with me. All right, let's put these in the trash. Let's see, is this the right size? Yep, this is it. Okay. All right, I'm still. Thanks for hanging with me on this one. This one's kind of a think of on the fly kind of one of just, I kind of went through my head. I'm like, oh yeah, this would work. This would work. So I'm trying to get that vision to come to life. Firstly, okay, and kind of do the same thing where we're just gonna kind of bend where it's torn, kind of give it some extra dimension. All right, get that trash. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna at least get this as here down because they're just moving all over the place. All right, what do I want? Like right here. This guy up here. And then these need to be matted. These don't. Like that. All right. So, question is, what do I want to use to mat those with? Is the question. That's a great question. All right, let's put this here. Let's kind of look at what we got for sayings and like houses. Got kind of like that. Do I have any more gingerbread men? I sure do. Like one can go down there. Gotta be, because I was using them in pairs. Well, there's a reindeer, if nothing. Almost like, do I like that one better? I don't know. Well, I'll put those just like next to them. All right. Oh, here's my other one. That. Oh, I've got these stars. I could put those across up there. I think I'm gonna go with that one. I feel like they just fit together better. Okay. And then kind of like having, maybe move this guy up just a tad. So then we've got space for these guys right here. This guy. So the question is what? Let's see. I want that. So tucked in there, here. All right. So question is like, what do I want in there? So like frosted fun. That's not gonna fit. That's 3.5. Oh, I should put is. This goes here, but have it matted like that. So the other, yeah. So I need to mat that. These don't need to be matted, but they're all crooked as hell. There we go. Okay. So the question is do I could put a photo there or I could leave it blank, and I'm really bad about putting places that, leaving spots for journaling. So you could put some journaling in there. Don't like that. Kind of like that up there. Then let's see what other. Oh, I got some snowflakes. Those could go right there like that. I feel like, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So the next question is what I want to. This I feel like I need a green because I got green there. So that brings the green over. And then lots of brown. All right, so this, what's on the other side of this? I'm going to see how I can get this. All right, can I do a 1/2 inch? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Really doing it a 1/2 inch is the best, just because it's really hard to get it covered up if you make it any more than that. All right, and one more. All right. Pull that. All right. Gingerbread came out. I could cut it apart and it'll be fine. Okay. Let's get this adhered down. Move that guy out of the way. Sure that's even. Okay. And then that can go just like that. All right. So this is going to go under here and over that. In here. Okay. So the question is, do I want to do that or do I want to, there's the other option. Do that like right there. I like that better. Okay. All right, so I really need other, what? It's not gonna work. Let's put that down. This green, I mean, I could do that and then do green on that side too. So I need to cut 3. See if that, no, that is not. Okay. So I'm gonna do, let's do 3 1/4. 3, gosh, the glare sometimes. You gotta have the light to see, but sometimes it makes it hard. I need to see if I can find another mat. Hopefully my order will come with it soon. I always underestimate how like fast I go through mats, especially if I'm doing videos and stuff like that. I go through a lot more than usual. Okay. There's that. All right. So cut just about 1/4 of an inch off. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. That against that. All right. So then this guy, it's going to go over. So it's under that and then over that. There we go. And then frosted flame will go right here. And then, let's see, that's not big enough. I need 4 1/4. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. All right, let's scraps. All right, we're getting down to the end here. All right, and put I think that'll work. Let's put these guys here and see. Yeah, that works perfect. Okay, and get some. Let's get to foaming. I don't have these stars anywhere. Oh, I have a piece of foam stuck right there. I'll put that on his head right there. All right. Let's see. Go. Got that. There we go. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to give up on those because they're just not. There we go. So much easier. Oh my gosh, that was just horrible. I need to wash those. They're just too ooky. Get some Goo Gone and go to town. Okay, so this one is good. This guy, we can do that. Go there. Half go there. Cut that in half again. That works. All right. And you are welcome to fast forward through this part. Seems like it's a lot of work. All right. I'm just going to take the one off for saving time right now because it'll go into over the photos. So, and we'll take the arms off of this one. Like that. Do the same thing on this one. There we go. That's super cute. All right. Frosted Fun. All right. I'm just going to do the left side, just in case I want to decide to put a photo on here. All right, and we got treats and traditions. All right. There we go. All right, and then we got the house. Right. Push that out of the way. And then get those pushed off. And that, go like that. All right, so let's look at stickers. Oh, there are some snowflakes we can put. Trying to speed it up a little bit because I don't want to. So there's a couple of. Do that. Let's see. There we go. Get one more. There we go. Snowflake. Let's see, what size stars? This one has a big star. We just do that. Ooh, that's cute. And then this one, I put a little star on that side to kind of give it a little bit, kind of move things out of place. So this is what we're kind of just using up what was left over of paper and mats and stickers and embellishments. So when we made another 2-page spread with that, and I think it turned out super cute. So measurements, let's do that really quick. So this was cut at 7. This is 2.5. So that's 9.5. So 10.5. So that's 2.5 as well. So you want to make it 12. So then this side is 5. And then this side, that was 7, 2.5. That'd be 4.5. Yep. So 4.5. And then this is 3.5, 4, because it's glued on the back. So basically I would start when I do this, I start with a full sheet. So I've got the full sheet, so I can cut it into 8, 4, 7, 5, whatever that kind of dimension. And then I take my scraps and fill in the rest, trying to make them not even. So, and I did use the twist decorative blade on the red to make them match. So, but yeah, my suggestion is you start with a full sheet, 12 by 12 sheet, and then cut that, and then kind of fill your scraps in to make that. So there, we kind of finally got behind this. It's one of those like ADD, like once you start pulling that thread, man. There we go. For that, and so it kind of made a little snow town. Well, thank you for joining me and your patience as I kind of just talked through a process of how I sometimes will create, look at all that cook on there, create my own pages, oops, here for that. So And that's kind of how I do my thought process when I get down to, like, if I have whole sheets. You saw my process when I did like the scraps and stuff, but this is if you've got full sheets. So we're kind of down to, I got, let's move some stuff. So I've got this guy, which is, this is the back of that. Another sheet of this. So kind of going through that process. That's a sheet of 12. And then that would make another 12. So I could do a decorative edge on, I'd probably do it on this side. And then then I have this. This is a tough one. Like, I would need to, because I do have these two sheets, and these sheets are left from my, when I was making borders. So really, it's this. So it's one of those, like, I could make something with this like this. So I have to wait and see. I'll have to think about that. But, and then I've got this left over too. So I definitely could be using some of this stuff to make a whole nother layout. So we will see for the next time. So thank you for joining me, and have a great day. And to connect with me, go in the description below, and it has how to like, subscribe, as well as connect with me through my social media and get on my mailing list and join me at one of my events in 2026. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.